The hotel where I've been staying in for quarantine has been great. Getting my minivan delivered this morning. We are officially fit and in. Last night in quarantine in Barbados, I was supposed to get my test results today or tonight. I don't think I've gotten them yet, but this is my last night. I'm supposed to check out tomorrow morning and go to my Airbnb. I will show you that journey of like moving, going to my Airbnb, checking in, and then going and exploring. The hotel where I've been staying in for quarantine has been great. It's called Coconut Court. And when you come to Barbados, you have to quarantine for 4 to 5 days, and you take a test 3 days before you arrive, and then they have you take another test 2 days after you arrive. Both come back negative. You get to go out into the wild. I've been hanging out in this room. I've also been going outside. There's a pool deck and a restaurant downstairs, and it's been pretty good. Final day of quarantine. It's the morning. Got my negative test result, and I'm checking out. Quarantine's been not that bad. It's like the fanciest prison you've ever been in, where you can't leave, but has everything you need. Getting my minivan delivered this morning. I rented a car, got a minivan for the surfboard, and yeah, I'm packed and I'm ready to go. And supposed to meet my Airbnb person around noon. Got the car around 11:45. And the adventure is on. I'm on the beach in front of the hotel right now, which you can see behind me. This is the beach. I'm gonna go in the water, first time since I've been in Barbados. Oh yeah, feels great. We're back, baby. So I got my car and I thought it was a minivan. It is a lot smaller than a minivan. It's a 7-seater, but check out these back seats. Look at this. There's no way a human could sit in that. Doesn't matter. No humans need to sit in that. For anyone renting cars, motorbikes when traveling, number one, try to book from places with good reviews, which I did, which means you're a lot safer. But there is an issue abroad. This isn't a Barbados thing, so I have no idea. But there is an issue generally abroad with people charging you for damage that you didn't do. So something that I do that has worked really well, it's just always taking a video of the whole outside and inside of the car. If there's ever an issue, then you can just show them the video and you can review it. Also, don't give up your passport. Like if a place wants to hold your passport, don't do that. Like anything that puts you in a vulnerable position, don't do. We are officially fit and in. So I made it to my Airbnb. This is it behind me. And checked in, got the lowdown, and let me give you a quick tour. All right, so this is the main area and the kitchen. This is nothing crazy or fancy, but I am about 1 block from the beach, which is amazing. Got a washer, bathroom, got 1 bedroom right here. 2nd bedroom. And I just want to say, so the guy who checked me in, when I booked this place, it was a no air conditioning place, a little bit risky. It's like 80s in Barbados, I think, in the winter. I was a little worried about being hot. I messaged him and asked, I said, hey, if I put in my own air conditioning, like a portable AC, can I buy it myself and can I pay extra on electricity? And he said, no problem. Without me asking, just on his own, he just went out and just bought me an AC. I've talked to some people in the US just about how living in places where people do really nice things for no reason is extremely underrated. It's one of the reasons I love Bali. Like, people just deeply believe in karma and do nice things for each other. It's definitely been one of my struggles, like being back in the US during COVID, is just seeing how much of a me first society the United States is compared to a lot of other societies that are more like we first. I don't want to get like political, but I'm someone who definitely believes in living in like we first places. Like, I like living in places where people care about each other and people do nice things for each other and people take care of each other. So I'm off to get a SIM card, and apparently getting SIM cards is pretty easy. On a relative scale, if you just use your US SIM card here, I think you'd pay $5 to $10 per day, whereas I expect to pay somewhere around like $30 to $40 per month. So a lot cheaper, definitely worth getting a local SIM card here and pretty much wherever you travel outside the US. Observations from driving: people here are really nice on the road. Like, people are constantly stopping and letting people go, waving. I just saw two cars stop in the middle of the road, fist bump each other, and then keep driving, which I can't say I've ever seen anywhere, in any road, anywhere. It was cool. Apparently Google Maps sucks here. I didn't know that. In some countries, Google Maps is really bad, Vietnam being one of them, where they'll have bridges that exist that just aren't on the map. Here, Google Maps tried to get me to cross a 4-lane highway going like dead straight across. Maybe it's bad. I need to ask a local if there's a better map thing. One other thing I just wanted to mention, I noticed in this parking lot, which is huge, probably 95% of cars are backed in, which seems super odd to me. In my mind, in the US, people always pulling straight into parking lots, and the idea that everyone backs into parking lots, I don't know if that's a rule. I don't know what it is. Found it. That only took me about 5 minutes. It cost, I got 12 gigs of data and a SIM card for 85 Barbadian, which the conversion rate's about 2 to 1. So it's about $42.50 US for the month. So this is the other cell phone provider, Flow, also in the same mall here, not on Google Maps. One thing you see when traveling is like big fast food chains in the US, you see them everywhere, internationally, everywhere. Burger King, McDonald's, KFC. The best looking and most local looking food I could find in this food court. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're looking for traditional stuff, this is our sweet potato and pumpkin mash.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, that's really good. So you can have that with some steamed veg, your choice of grilled or fried fish.
Okay.
We have baked lamb.
Okay.
Baked chicken. We have beef stew and lamb stew. It's made from cornmeal.
Okay.
And it's heated on the steamed on the stove. This is cassava, grown locally. It's a root crop.
And how long have you had it here?
5 years.
Nice.
Yeah, 5 years now.
And how has COVID been tough?
Oh yes, definitely. Right after COVID was very, very tough. And
is it coming back though?
Gradually, I think we've reached a point where, with concessions, of course, because the landlords and everybody is giving some sort of concession.
Yep.
And with that concession, we're surviving.
Got it.
Yeah. If that concession goes away in the short term, then it's going to be even more difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah. So once everybody continues to recognize that, basically the country's still in a deficit economically, and they give those concessions, then you can survive.
Yep.
It looks that way.
So my camera's about to die, but look at this food. This looks great. I'm about to dig in, enjoy this. Sastry. This is Village Buffet at the Sheridan Mall, where I got my SIM card. This food is great. Coming back. Need more of this. So I just got into one of the closest near car accidents of my life. Was driving on a dark road, and a black cow, it's nighttime, a black cow walked across the road in front of me, and I had to slam my brakes and like swerve around. I wasn't going that fast, probably 25, 30 miles per hour, so not going that fast, but not crazy slow. It was almost like my brain reacted in slow motion. Just the idea of a cow walking across the road. My brain had like a double take. Almost hit a cow. I was like probably within a foot of hitting this cow. That's my night story. I'm gonna do some work and I'll resume recording tomorrow. Probably show around like surfing and near the ocean, and yeah, we'll keep the Barbados exploring going.